Oh, hi Haydon, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What a night that was on Tuesday. Your first home start since October, not a bad one. How do you reflect on the night as a whole?
Yeah, it was a good night. Yeah, it was obviously a good result, but the performance was good, and I'm just happy to be back out there. Considering how long I was out for, I'm just happy to be back out there and helping the boys get the result.
I mean, you've not been back long, have you, in terms of the games that you've taken part in, Forest, Southampton,
Yeah.
two massive games. Has that changed your mindset about it at all, or just itching to get back out there?
Nah, I don't really focus too much on who I'm playing against. I try and play the same every game, whether that's against a Premier League team, a League One team, or a Championship team. You've got to treat it the same, no matter who you're up against. The objective's still the same, just to win the game.
How hard has it been for you coming back from that injury and then having to really bide your time to get your chance under Liam?
Yeah, I'll be honest, it's been tough mentally, but I'm lucky that I have good teammates, good staff, and I've got good family behind me. So I'm really lucky to have one of them people support me. And touching on biding my time, Pringy's done excellent. So it's only respect, and I was just happy to take my chance.
And I imagine the manager said to you that your chance would come. He sort of mentioned that you wanted to potentially get some minutes elsewhere, but he wanted you around. How did that sort of come
about? No, that was a conversation we had, and you're right. He told me to be patient, wait for my opportunity. In my head, I feel like I should have been playing more, but that's the level we're at. We all back ourselves. Otherwise, we're in the wrong industry. So you got to back yourself to the hill.
Do nights like Tuesday make it all worthwhile without waiting the training hard?
Yeah, 100%. I told myself when I was injured, do everything properly, every rep. Don't skip anything, because it'll all be worth it, and to many more nights like that, hopefully.
And in terms of your personal performance, I imagine you were extremely pleased, because not only defensively did you look strong, but going forward as well. Is that a part of your game that you want to keep going?
For me, I want to play at the highest level possible. I want to play in the Premier League. And you see fullbacks now, it's an important part of the game to get out the pitch, add numbers in terms of goals and assists. And I think that's something I've worked on in the last 12 months. I've played centre-back pretty much my whole youth career, but, I just want to be a good footballer. I don't care where I play. I played centre-mid as a youth player, so wherever I play, I'll give 100%, and I just want to get better every day.
And that must give you confidence playing against a side like Southampton with such quality coming down from the Premier League. I mean, they're still Premier League players, aren't they?
Yeah. Like I said before, I treat every game the same. That's the level I want to get to. I want to get to the next level. So if I want to get there, these are the sort of games you've got to do well in.
And following on from two great results in a row, it's a different challenge, isn't it? QPR, they're struggling at the wrong end of the table. Is that change in mindset at all, or is it just trying to build on that run and get some consistency?
We got to treat QPR with all the respect that we treated Southampton with. It doesn't matter, because they're going to have 11 players coming to Ashton Gate trying to get 3 points. They're in a different situation to us, but we're all professional athletes. We want to win. So we can't change our mindset. We just got to go for the 3 points, and we'll give it everything.
And talking about Ashton Gate, some atmosphere on Tuesday. That must be perfect that you've got to go back to Ashton Gate and try and get a 3-match winning run on. Yeah,
definitely. The supporters were great. And whilst I've been injured, I've been in the stand. We're lucky that we're getting 25,000 every week. So we're all grateful for that support. And hopefully it's the same again Saturday.
I know you recovered from your injury a bit of a while ago, but I imagine it's not the same as playing games. How are you physically feeling after being back in the side?
To start with, Nottingham Forest was a bit of a blow. But yeah, no, I felt fit against Southampton. So I like to thank Cavs for that because he's been pushing me hard. But yeah, I feel good. I feel really good.
And just lastly, what's the relationship like as a squad? It seems like there's a real togetherness, and you mentioned your relationship with Cam Pring, of course, who is now injured. Is that a really positive thing to take forward, and particularly when you're in and out of the team?
Yeah, it's a great changing room. You know, you got the balance of senior players, and then young players like myself. So there's a good mix, and it's just a good changing room overall.
Thanks for your time. Good luck.
No, thank you.
When you had that conversation in January, was it in January, December? If you don't mind me asking.
January, yeah.
How well did you receive that information that maybe it was best for you to stay, and like, were you okay with it? Were you like understood it? Or
I'll be honest. Like, I thought that was what was best for me. I want to play every game. You know, like I said, I back myself. I think you're in the wrong industry if you don't think you should be playing. That's the mindset I have. So, you know, obviously, like I said, Pringy was doing really well, and it would take a lot to take him out of the team because of how well he's done. And I just thought, you know, I had a coach say to me, "Don't waste any years of your career." And I thought about that. I thought I just want to play. I want to, you know, show what I can do. But you know, I respect the gaffer a lot, and I listen to his advice. And yeah, hopefully it carries on, and I get a few more minutes.
Because I guess you've obviously come through the system at Brighton. You're very highly regarded in that, and it was always kind of like you were always going to be the next one. You know, Haydon Roberts. Wait and see this guy come through. You had the loan, so you're building up to become a first team player. I guess this was the first time then. Since then, you've kind of had to wait. So was that difficult in that regard?
Yeah, it was difficult. You know, it might come across that way, but even last year at Derby, I got injured and I had to wait again to get back in the team. So you know, that was frustrating, but I've definitely learned from that. And I just took the experience from last year and applied it to now. Really, I don't pick the team. It's up to the gaffer. So I got to respect his decision. I just kept working hard. You know, doing the runs after the games, doing extras after training. It's all worth it in the end because I'm doing it for myself and for the team. If I didn't give 100% every day, I'd only be letting my team down.
This is the first time we've spoke since you signed. Could you take us back to the summer and kind of the decision to come here and kind of what some of the reasons were? Because you had obviously a lot of interest elsewhere. What was it about Bristol City that kind of stood out for you?
Yeah, a lot of factors. Obviously, start with the ambition of the club. It matched my ambition. I want to get to the Premier League as quick as possible. The stadium, the supporters, and obviously the track record of you know, young players playing. Obviously, last season, TC was playing, Sam Bell, George, and then obviously Alex Scott. So you know, if I'd done the right things, I felt like I could be another one to that list. It was a pretty straightforward decision. I had a good connection with Derby, and you know, I thought about going there, but you know, I wanted to push myself. I wanted to play at the highest level possible, and I thought it was the right move. And you know, like I said before, I want to, you know, be ambitious and play as high as possible. And
how have you found it? The move, the transition of Championship football, being, you know, Championship environment. How have you found that?
It's been tough, as in not actually because of like the level. It was more, you know, coming in with good competition and not playing straight away. Probably, you know, being a backup to start with. In all honesty, I came here wanting to play. but the situation I was in, found myself being the backup. So I found that tough, but I've learned a lot since my first day being here. Physically the demands, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, or Saturday, Tuesday, however you want to put it. So that's been tough, but I only learned from it.
It's interesting you say about centre-back, you started in midfield. So how old were you when you kind of converted to centre-back?
I joined Brighton at 13. I played centre midfield as like a grassroots player. And just one game they put me centre back, and I never looked back really. It weren't really until I played for England, I was playing left back.
Right.
I always saw myself as a centre back.
Okay.
But I think some of my attributes probably fit the profile of a modern day fullback, You see fullbacks now, especially higher up you go, there's much more emphasis of, having technical ability, maybe not so much like the athleticism side. It's still important, but, the game's changing. You see a lot of fullbacks coming to midfield now. And that's something, when I went to Derby last year, that Liam Rossini wanted me to do. And I think the skill set I have, I think that does suit me. And it's something, I've worked on.
It's a little bit of a badge of honour if you're a centre-back and someone's telling you, well, maybe actually we want your sort of technical skills out wide. That's sort of a bit of a praise of kind of what you can do.
Yeah, I'll be honest, to start with, I didn't take it too well.
Okay.
Conversations with Brighton, they wanted me to be a left back, I think. But I was quite stubborn. I thought I was good enough to be a centre back. I still think I am. I think I could do it. But like I said earlier, I think I just want to be a good footballer. I want to be able to play anywhere. Centre back, left back, central midfield, striker if needed. But yeah, that's how I want to be seen, as just a good footballer. I don't want to be labelled as a left back, a centre back. I just want, to be a good footballer.
Presumably, you've learned a lot about the position, and presumably you're learning a lot about it all the time because it's relatively new to you. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, especially at senior level. It's different playing at youth level because I was probably physically one of the bigger ones growing up, and then I stopped growing. But when you come up, when I was last year at Derby playing left back, I'm 20 playing against 30-year-olds who've got the physical attributes, but they've got the experience. So I haven't really came up against that, but you're learning on the job sort of thing. But I've enjoyed it because I feel like I've grown into the position.
And what more do you think you need? I appreciate you're very young, but what more do you feel you kind of want to bring to the position, or the position you can get out the position that you're perhaps not quite 100% on yet?
I've worked a lot in the last 12 months on the attacking aspect, and I feel comfortable. I think with time, the work I put in will show. But defensively, I think if I want to get to the next level, I think that's something I've got to work on, and I am working on it. I've got a few of the wingers after training to run at me, different types of players. Even Dire, he's sharp.
Yeah.
He's really sharp. Anis as well. Different sorts of players, but when you get to the Premier League, there's all sorts of quality. So I just want to improve in that aspect of my game.
And have you found the move sort of personally? Because obviously Brighton, your hometown club, I know you had the loans at Rochdale and Derby, so you're kind of used to moving away from home as it was. But this is like a full-time move now, isn't it? So how have you kind of found the move from Brighton to Bristol?
It's different. It's different. Just like little things like the accent.
Yeah, that is different, yeah.
Trying to think of some words I picked up. The Derby accent last year, that was I found that hard to start with as well. So, but it's growing on me. I think it's quite similar. It reminds me a bit of Hove, Bristol. If anyone from Bristol's been to Brighton, I think they'd agree. But yeah, you know, being more independent, living by myself, you know, I still got a few things to learn at home, but I don't really want to embarrass myself.
Is that cooking related or?
Yeah. But I've enjoyed it. It's a beautiful city, and I can't wait to explore more because I feel like I haven't. But from what I've seen, it's a great city.